you. You're fucking a... Yep, I fucking knew it. Why is she fucking dodging everything? I mean, I gotta be doing more of that shit. Just fucking better at defense. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I have to say, the fucking Superman punch is fun. I've landed it a bunch. It's fun. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, dude. Just don't fucking taunt me, okay? I'm supposed to taunt you, not the other way around. It's not cool when you do it. Come on.
You disappoint me.
I disappoint a lot of folks, but the one person I don't is your mom. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I don't know why I'm such a goddamn fucking child when it comes to shit like that, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Those fucking, like, back tuck elbows, you still see them sometimes in, like, fucking self-defense seminars or videos and shit. They fucking do nothing. Alright? That is just not a powerful, unless you're fucking, like, king of muscle ups, or muscle ups where you, like, fucking grab the bar and then launch yourself 30 feet. It's just not an effective use of the elbow strike, because that fucking, hold on, let me see if I can get him to do it. No, hold on. God damn it, I can't get him to do it. But that fucking back elbow, that's only powered by your back muscles, and that is it. It's not powered by momentum, it's not powered by a weight shift, it's only powered by your back muscles. And so it's just like, oh. Yeah, it fucking doesn't do shit. It's not gonna do anything. Even if you hit them in a weak spot, it's not gonna fucking do anything. So yeah, those fucking back elbows, bullshit. God damn it. I don't know why it's so prevalent. Like, you can kind of fucking do, like, if someone is right behind you, like grabbing you from behind, you can kind of hurt someone if you twist around and hit them in the side of the head with the elbow, because at least you're using your shoulders as well, which are better at developing power in strikes. But if you want to fucking, elbows are some of the most powerful strikes that you can generate. And if you want to fucking elbow someone, elbow them from the fucking front. Like that. It's gonna be way better than a fucking back elbow. The only back elbow that does damage is a spinning elbow. But that's only because you're fucking loading up your shoulders, back, and hips into it. Or it's just a little back thrusting elbow. It's not gonna fucking do anything. There we go, there we go. Motherfucker. Oh, come off it! There we go. Bam! Yes! Ending it on a spinning back kick like that. Gotta love it. Spinning back kick is another kick that I fucking love. I guess in this one it's actually closer to a reverse side kick, actually, because he's using it offensively, and the spinning back kick is, a pure spinning back kick is difficult to do offensively. Yeah, same. Yeah, he's turned sideways instead of back. That's the main difference between the two. Not that it matters that much. They're practically speaking used almost exactly the same. It's just a slightly different mechanic and a slightly different range that doesn't really matter that much. Because, like, the range is only slightly different in the extremes. the vast majority of the time you're landing a spinning back kick versus a returning side kick, they're gonna be like either one would be effective. It's just one is better suited for offensive attacks and one is better suited for counter attacks. That's it. And that's a turning side kick that he's doing and not a spinning back kick. Because on a spinning back kick, your chest is still facing away from your opponent when you launch the kick. This turning side kick is, in my experience, slightly more powerful, but a lot of people say that the spinning back kick is more powerful than the turning side kick. That's not been my experience, but you know, people are, you know, built differently, so it might be different depending upon your build. I've used both kicks many times. Again, spinning back kick usually as a counterattack, and the turning side kick or reverse side kick as an offensive attack. You can also use the turning side kick as a counterattack. It just takes longer, so it's not as well suited to it. Alright, I don't heal. What was the age I needed to be? 41. God damn it. God damn it. Alright, well, let's do this again. Do this again. Let's go. Turning sidekick, you can also do a step through on where, and actually gain a lot of power from the step through, whereas with the spinning back kick, if you did this step through, it wouldn't do much. I fucking dodged! How fucking dare you? Piece of shit. Love it. Love it! Love being able to tackle people. There need to be more fighting games where that's a thing. Or like beat 'em up games, I should say. Because there are plenty of fighting games where grappling is a thing. It's hard to do, because grappling is hard to make exciting for like a video game, because the things that make grappling exciting are incredibly intricate and difficult to showcase visually. Because I love watching high-level grappling, and I'm not even that good at grappling. I'm really not. I just understand the mechanics of what's going on in the strategies better than, you know, your average Joe. So I really appreciate seeing a really technical grappling match, which a lot of people don't. But like, the enjoyment of what I'm seeing is coming because I understand what's going on, and it would be very difficult to present that in a game just because of the nature of grappling, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good solution for it, but I would like to see it done. I'd like to see it done, and I'd like to see it done well. A game that kind of does it well is Yakuza 4, with one of the characters does a lot of grappling moves, but he also does striking. He's not a pure grappler. Also, his grappling is like Aikido, which I'm not as big a fan of. Much bigger fan of Judo. And Hapkido, which is a Korean counterpart to Aikido. It's just more, it's more aggressive, and they also practice striking, so, you know, I won't say it's necessarily more effective, but the fighters are more well suited to actual fighting, because they actually spar, unlike in Aikido. Hey. Hapkido is Korean, and all Korean martial arts include kicks in them. Even their wrestling has like kicks in them, because Korea is obsessed with kicks. Like Taekwondo, the premier Korean martial art, is essentially like is mainly a combination of Taekyon, which was a like, you know, a fighting game that was played traditionally, and they'd have tournaments for it. God damn it. They'd have tournaments for it and shit.
What's the matter?
And Tang Sudo, which is Korean for karate. Like, Tang Sudo is just Korean for karate. And both of them have a lot of kicks in them. Like, Tang Soo Do has way more kicks than karate does, because Korean martial arts just have a ton of kicks. There are other martial arts that go into Taekwondo that make it Taekwondo. It's just the two main ones are Tang Soo Do and Taekyon, which are both striking. There is some grappling. I forget the name of the wrestling martial art that's in it. It's folk wrestling mostly. It's not like
Interesting.
combat wrestling or anything like that. It's mostly folk wrestling that goes into it. Because if you look at some Korean forms, there's grappling in it. Like I've said about like fucking talking about like Tai Chi or Shaolin Kung Fu and shit, those like weird looking esoteric strikes you see probably aren't strikes. They're far more likely to actually be grappling. And that's the same with Korean martial arts and Japanese martial arts like Taekwondo and karate. There are a ton of grappling moves in the forms of Taekwondo and karate. It's just the bunkai, the application of these martial arts weren't written down because in a lot of these cases, these martial arts were practiced illegally, so they didn't want to leave evidence. And then when it wasn't necessary for survival anymore, a lot of it was lost. There's a lot of martial arts that are like that. Fucking Japanese-style swordsmanship, Iaido, is the closest thing we have to fucking as a popular form of traditional Japanese swordsmanship being kenjutsu. It's nothing like proper kenjutsu though. Like they do some of the moves, but there's no active sparring in it, and there's very little like actual study into how these moves are supposed to be used. God fucking damn it! Fuck! They're just kind of guessing mostly, but there's very little actual testing. And as someone who likes historical swordsmanship, there is a lot of guesswork in how these moves are actually meant to be used, because the translations for a lot of the manuals for like historical European ones aren't great, because they're written in older versions of languages that a lot of the people who are into it don't speak. So there is still guesswork. The difference is that in historical European martial arts circles, they do fucking sparring and application testing, not just, oh, it could work for this. No, they actually try it out. And with the advent of modern protective equipment and modern training weapons, you're able to train them at speed without the risk of severely injuring or killing someone. So what I'm saying is I wish more Japanese-style swordsmanship clubs and classes would take that approach. There's remarkably few, because a lot of these things are steeped in tradition, and often with tradition comes stagnation, because they want to keep traditions alive for the sake of keeping traditions alive, which is incredibly frustrating and incredibly common in the martial arts. Kyokushin, one of the best forms of karate, also created by a Korean guy, which is why it has way more kicks than other forms of karate. People fucking hated it. People fucking hated it when Masoyama invented fucking Kyokushin. They were like, this is not karate. And then they went on to become like the hardest style of karate, producing the most effective karate fighters. Like, Dutch style kickboxing, the most effective style of kickboxing other than Muay Thai, came from Kyokushin. They essentially just took Kyokushin and said, hey, what if we actually punch people in the face too? Because in Kyokushin, you don't punch people in the face because it's bare knuckle. And even Masoyama was like, no, I don't fucking want to do that. And the creator of Dutch style kickboxing was like, well, I'm going to fucking do that because I'm tired of karate fighters getting beaten by Thais. That's literally how Dutch style kickboxing came about. Break with tradition. Break within tradition. Embrace modernity, whatever they fucking call it, especially in the martial arts. It doesn't help that there are a lot of, in certain martial arts, particularly Chinese martial arts, kung fu, things like that, there are a lot of charlatans as well who just have no fucking idea what they're fucking talking about, both in the sense of fighting, but also in the sense of the actual art that they're teaching as well. There's so many people in martial arts that are teaching martial arts that have no idea what they're fucking teaching. Which is worse than like teaching an ineffective form. They just don't even know. They just don't even fucking know the subject matter of the art form that they're teaching.
Not so tough after all.
It's like having an art teacher who doesn't know how to fucking hold a pencil, you know? Every art teacher should know how to hold a pencil. Anybody who's doing any kind of art should at least be familiar with how to sketch. Because that is the most basic form of art. You don't have to be good at it. You should just understand it. And there are people in the martial arts who just don't understand teaching. It's so frustrating. And it's like, God damn it. Because, like, I really, really want to be a fucking martial arts, like, teacher slash coach. That is my fucking dream right there, right? And the thing is that it's clear to me that I could just fucking do it. Without any certifications, without any qualifications, I could just fucking do it. But I want to actually do a good fucking job. I don't want to be some asshole who has no idea what he's talking about. I still have a lot to learn before I'd be comfortable teaching people. I still have not competed at a high enough amateur level to where I'd be like, I can confidently coach someone, you know, on how to fight. I just haven't done it to the degree that I think I should have. In order to do that, I have coached people. I've coached a couple of people for tournaments that they fought in and found success. Not in a professional capacity. I wasn't paid to do it, but I have done it. And I loved doing it. And I just wish I could do it a little bit more, you know? Fuck. That'd be great. But I need to, you know, I need to put the rounds in. That's also what your mom said last night when she saw how big my cock was. Oh my god, what is fucking wrong with me? There's a fucking formal welding place that's closed. It's been abandoned for fucking decades at this point. Some fucking leasing office bought the property, but nobody wants to fucking do anything with it because they can't. Nobody wants to fucking put into the work and expense that'll go to making it a habitable and usable space again because of the work that they did into it. There's a whole bunch of things wrong with the building. It is not safe to occupy at the moment. And the thing is, I had the gumption and the will to put in the work to do it. I have done the work it would take to renovate it to the point where it'd be safe to use again. And I'm like, man, if I had that building, I would fucking turn it into a martial arts gym that fucking second. It's like perfect. It's the only place in the neighborhood with decent parking. It's got garages so I could have multiple classes going on at the same time. So it's got separate, like, pieces. It'd be easy to fucking air condition, just put in a bunch of mini splits. Oh, it'd be fucking great. But the fucking leasing company is just gonna fucking hold on to that property for fucking ever and not do anything with it because they can't make a profit off of it because nobody wants to fucking rent it because it's a goddamn fucking shithole right now.
I'd love that. Insane!
They probably paid way too much money to buy it from whoever owned it. So why would they sell it? God, fuck, pieces! I'm so goddamn close. I keep dying at the last second. Ending on a low kick's pretty fucking cool. It is rare to defeat someone with low kicks, but I always find it entertaining when it happens. Because that, like, when someone is defeated by low kicks, you know they're in a lot of fucking pain. It hurts a lot, and it takes a lot. It hurts a lot when you get KO'd by low kick. Oh, yeah. There we go. Another KO that hurts a lot is KO by body shot. Oh. Oh, that's happened to me. I took a fucking spinning back kick to the fucking liver once, and I just... Oh. Oh, man. Made me feel guilty to all the people I've, like, hit with a spinning back kick a little bit harder than I intended. Because it happens. Accidents happen. Very rarely. And I've never landed it full force on someone. Because I've never thrown it on someone in a full contact fight. I've only ever done it... The only times where I've landed it, like, a little bit too hard, a little bit harder than I intended has been in tournaments, and that's it. So, like, you know, that comes with the territory. But it made me feel guilty when I got hit by a fucking hard spinning back kick to the liver. Made me feel very guilty for the few people I have landed that a little bit hard on. You have to be really fucking careful. The way that I do it is I just don't extend. I just do the spin and tuck, and then land the tucked leg, but don't actually extend. That's the way you do it. You do a similar thing if you want to, like, you know, land a spinning hook kick in sparring. Instead of swinging all the way through like that, you kind of grab hold of your leg and just tuck your knee in. Rather than doing the full swing through like that. Because the main power comes when the hips move across the target. So if you grab your thigh and then just relax your leg, you're just more gonna slap them than you are gonna, like, fucking pulverize them and destroy them and, you know, remove the soul from their body for a second. Which is what happens when you land a proper spinning hook kick on them. Oh, yeah. So fucking good. That's always fun to see, too. Kind of a sloppy fighting style. But they're still throwing fucking, like, kicks and shit. That's fun. I've been wanting to do a... Last of Us style fight scene, but with, like, a guy who fucking, like, knows how to kickbox. That'd be fun. I've always thought that would be fun. Like, these, like, more realistic style of fight scenes, but, like, the guy is a fucking martial arts phenom. Because that was kind of done in the original Roadhouse. And that was really fucking fun. They sort of did it again for the remake of Roadhouse, but they leaned much more heavily in realistic MMA style fighting rather than, like, you know, kicks and shit, which is what I wanted to see. Especially since the original choreographer to the original Roadhouse was fucking Benny the Jet Urquidez, one of the greatest kickboxers of all fucking time. And the fight scenes in the original Roadhouse are fucking phenomenal. Because, like, you got guys who are just fucking slugging it out, a good old-fashioned American punch-up, but then the main character can fucking do a fucking spin kick on people and hit them fucking hard, and it's believable because he's throwing them at appropriate times and not just fucking pulling them out of fucking nowhere, you know? That's what I want to see. I want to see more fight scenes where people are doing these harder, more fancy moves, but they're at least doing them at the right fucking time and not just fucking pulling them out of their ass. You know? That'd be really fucking cool, I think. But are we gonna see that? Probably fucking not. It's very frustrating.
Came to the wrong place, pal.
I love movies. We deserve better action movies. Our action movies, in general, fucking suck. There are exceptions. Extraction, John Wick. Those are such good action movies. I would recommend people who don't like action watch them because they're art. The Raid is another movie where it's like The Raid It's fucking phenomenal action movie to the point where it's like, even if you don't like action movies, you should fucking watch The Raid. And then we go fucking watch whatever the fuck action movie we get, fucking goddamn Star Wars now, and it's just, the fucking choreography is such garbage. And the Star Wars is incredibly disappointing because we had the fucking prequels. The prequels were amazing. Look at the choreography in that. But no. They're fucking just using the lightsabers as goddamn baseball bats now. The only, like, really good choreography out of fucking Star Wars recently was goddamn Obi-Wan. And even then, it still suffered from the pitfalls of modern Disney choreography and filmmaking when it came to those fight scenes. The choreography itself wasn't the worst in the world. It was pretty good. It had a few minor issues with it, but the choreography wasn't the problem in Obi-Wan. You know what the fucking problem in Obi-Wan was? Was the goddamn camera work. I couldn't see anything that was going on. Why? Because the camera's just fucking handled by some drunk asshole who doesn't know how to use a goddamn camera. I'm being facetious. They probably do know how to use a goddamn camera, but they're being directed by a drunk asshole who doesn't know how to use a goddamn camera or what looks fucking good in the end. Especially if you're shooting the fight scene at night. Do you know how important it is to frame your shots properly when you can barely see because it's dark? I didn't even go to school for this shit. And I know it. But with that, my friends, that's all I have time for today. So McFlubberpants is over and out of this hizzy. Bye-bye.